Hey folks, welcome back to Good Enough Customs. So it is Sunday, about midday or so. I have been out here this morning for a few hours, just kind of working on stuff. I was able to get out here yesterday and work on some stuff, but yesterday was a short day. I had some work stuff, come up that I had to take care of, and unfortunately, my work pays the bills, so I got to kind of handle that when it comes up. So yesterday I didn't really get a whole lot done, and so this morning I've been out here kind of tooling around and finishing up some stuff. So over here on the driver's side, we haven't been filming a whole lot of this. Yeah, we filmed this one patch panel thing right here, but I haven't really filmed much on the rocker replacement here because it's pretty much the same as the passenger side, just not as much, if that makes sense. I had more good rocker back here, so I just cut it somewhere in this neighborhood. And about the same up here, so this was cut somewhere in that neighborhood, but this side is done. As far as welding and all that, I did get my pinch weld done down here. Went through and spot welded that this morning. Freaking hate welding on my back. I got little burns all down my side. And for some reason the freaking slag likes to hop into my freaking ear. Luckily I've smartened up since the one time when I was welding on the K5 and I caught a piece of slag all the way down in the ear canal, which I think is still rolling around in there. Maybe, I don't know. But I do wear earplugs now, so that way it keeps from going down in my ear canal, but it doesn't protect the outside areas of my ear. So yeah, that still sucks. But anyways, this is pretty much ready to go. The only things left to do here is I just sprayed this, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. It's got some epoxy primer, on the bare metal portions. Then I came back and hit it with some fillable primer, so that way it kind of build up a few of these spots that were a little rough. I forgot about riding through here. This side's not as bad as the passenger side as far as tooling marks, but it does have some across through here. So I just have to wait for this to cure out good. I can scuff it back down. I can hit it with some more fillable primer, and get that guy kind of leveled out a little bit. It doesn't take much to level this out. It's hardly even noticeable with just regular primer on it. But come back, scuff it, give it another shot of fillable primer, and then give it another scuff job. And this guy will pretty much be ready for paint. So I may end up throwing a little bit of Bondo in, a little bit of mud over here in this corner, just because my grinding ability, I tend to get a little carried away with the angle grinder over here. So I may have taken a little too much material, so it's got kind of a little dips in it and stuff. And same here, it's got some dips. So I may go through and put a little mud in it just to clean it up, and that should be fine. And I might not. I don't know. It depends on how dedicated I am to doing that. But good news is on the driver's side, there isn't any rust or Bondo in that cab corner. So that side turned out just fine. Over here, of course, we've got our I've got this cut out already. I've got to, tend to this, which is rusty on the back side of that cab corner there. And there's also some rust back inside the cab corner. It's not rotted through, it's not bubbling, it's just surface rust at this point. But I don't want that to, expand and then have to cut and do again. Really don't want to have to do that. So I did end up picking up, or finally got delivered, was my Eastwood internal frame coating plus matte black finish. But got that guy. I forget. I think I got it off of Amazon. It was like 24 bucks or something. But it did come with this ginormous long, hose. It's like 2 feet. And then that hose works out really well because I can go in my little, rust holes there at the bottom of my A-pillars, and it'll go pretty much to the top of the A-pillar at the roof line. So I can stick it in there, drag it, and spray it, and get my coating done on both A-pillars. And I can take it and run it up into my seatbelt holes, which I already pulled the seatbelts out, but the bolt hole up here, I can jam it in there. It takes a little finagling, but you can get it up here into the roof line, and you can point it back over to above the door over there. And same thing over here where you know, it takes a little finagling, but you can work it in there. I messed around with it a little bit this morning just to make sure it was actually going to work for me. But I need to do that that rust converting stuff down here as well. Now I know that that bottle does not say rust converting, but it does have a rust converter in with it, if that makes sense. At least that's what the directions and the information on it says, is that it does convert rust. So that's kind of where we're at right now. But the problem is that little tube, once I use it, I'm going to get paint in it. That paint's going to dry, and then that tube's not really going to be usable after that. So I'm thinking I want to get as much rust or as much access to as many holes as possible in order to utilize that thing. I mean, Eastwood does make a spray can of cleaner that they say you can use to clean that out. I have plenty of cans of brake clean, which again should clean that out, but with the brake clean it might melt that plastic. I don't know. Only one way to find out, but I don't really want to find that out until I've actually, you know, got most of everything taken care of. So I think at this point we're kind of at a crossroads. Do I go ahead and continue working back here and go ahead and use my spray, or do I go ahead and start working here on both sides, getting this piece? I need to get this piece off. This is part of the cowl slash firewall, and this guy's just welded on, spot welded on all the way around, you know, all the way down through here, and this whole piece will come off, and then that's going to expose inside here, and then I can look in here because I've got a lot of rust and I see another layer there, and I'd like to be able to treat that as well. So I think that's what we're going to do today, is work on getting at least this side off, try to figure out what we need to do to get in here and see how bad it is, and then I can work on figuring out where all I need to cut, and, you know, of course this giant freaking hole here, getting this thing sorted out and figure out what exactly I need to do here. Do I come way back here and then just cut and come on down back in through here, because I do have this piece on my spare firewall sitting out back, so I do have this piece so I can cut out and basically make the exact same, you know, patch panel to go in right here. I don't know yet, but I think what we're going to do is we're just going to focus on getting this guy off for right now, and then we'll work on the driver's side. Driver's side, it actually has, you know, a fair amount of rust right there on that same piece. I don't remember seeing any rust on the rest of it, but it does have a fairly good size hole. The spare firewall I have outside does not have any rust on it, so that piece may get completely swapped out. This piece may get completely swapped out as well. I don't know. It just depends on how beat up it is whenever we get her off of there. So enough jaw flapping. I guess let me get. I guess I'm gonna need a drill and my seam splitter and hammer. So let me get that crap together, and we'll pick back up. Start pulling more parts off the truck. So these guys up through here, those are easy. You can see these real easy. These aren't too bad. Hell, most of them's rusted anyways. The ones down along here, which tie into the floor, yeah, I already welded those up when I put the new floor in. But they're coming back out. So, so those are coming back out. Those are easy to get to. The ones that are a challenge are these guys, because you can see our divots are all nice and super visible down through here, but you can't get to them. There's no way to get in there. And then back here, you can't hardly see any of the spot welds. So that and trying to get this stupid thing off. Yeah, not working out the best for that. Then we've also got up here on the top, you can kind of see some of the spots up here. Can't tell any spots down through here. So these are probably just going to be brute force. Get in there, knock them loose, see what we can't do. Try not to tear up this thinner metal up here. I see one right there. There's probably one up underneath this. There's one right there. Maybe one right there. I don't know. There's just basically drill the spots a little bit and then come at them like, and I hate to keep recommending like different tools from Eastwood because they're expensive, but these things are worth it. I forget the name of them. If I can remember, I'll throw a link down below for them. But it's basically, it's a seam splitter tool and it works awesome. Much better than an air hammer, especially when you're trying not to destroy the metal. You got a lot more control over it and they cut through pretty doggone good. So I'm gonna try center punching on this seam here and see if I can't get a bite in just kind of sideways. I don't have to drill out the spot weld. I just need to knock a little bit of the metal off so that way it breaks. That's all I'm really aiming for here. So let's see if we can't make it work. This is a little bit worse than I was anticipating, so that's in bad shape. Yay. This separated pretty good. This was easy. Y'all saw that. These were a little bit more of a chore, but yeah, this metal is so just, I put any pressure on it, I was literally watching it crack and split, and just, yeah, this metal all through here is shot. Trying to knock these loose, this is not working. So the metal over here is so weak, I can't get a lick in on it, and I keep splitting and going back and cutting this backside metal. So I think what I'm going to do is this guy probably won't get reused. Maybe once I get it off I can figure out a better way, but I think I'm just going to take and cut just basically right along that line. And just take it right down this, edge. That'll pull this out of the way. Then that's out of the way. And then I can actually drill out the spot welds that are in there. I still got to get down up underneath and get the ones down at the bottom where it's attached to the floor. So yeah, good times. Really, really good times. So excited. So let me let me go get my Ear Pro and my cutoff wheel, and we'll get back at it. All right, so got that giant piece off. Yeah, cutting it probably wasn't the best idea. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter. They make just this piece as a replacement, so whatever, doesn't matter. I've got pieces out there that I can use, or I can just order these pieces from AMD, Automotive Direct, in case you were wondering. But I can order this piece that goes right here, and it'll be a fresh piece of metal. With as much trouble as it is to get this piece off and not destroy it, I'm probably just going to order new pieces and just put them in right here. So you can see where I got in here with, you know, the Port 15 stuff. Got it on for the most part. Looks all right. But here's where I'm running into problems. I've got rust up and through here, really bad right in here. So I was just looking at this and I'm like, this is just a piece of metal to tie the two together. So all it is spot welded on here and all the way down, and this is just a strip. And I pull this off, that should be that corner of the main cab support here. So I believe what I can do here is drill out these and pull this piece off. So that'll give me access into here so I can actually assess and see what's going on up here in this, you know, really rotted spot and figure out what I need to do about getting this repaired. So all this piece of metal is tacked in here, and its only job is to hold this piece on. Go figure. At least that's what I can tell from here. That's what it looks like. So I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna drill out these spots. Since I can actually fit my nice little spot weld drill bit in most of these, I think all of these, since I can fit that in there, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and drill those out and knock that piece loose. And then I can get in there and really look at this part of the cab and see what the damage is, see how bad it is, see if it's something that's just like, you know, maybe has it got, I'm sure it's gotten moisture behind this piece of wood. I'm sure it's gotten moisture behind this piece of metal. So that's just gonna, you know, dirt, water, whatever, sit in there, make it rust, make it nasty. So yeah, let's get this guy out and then we'll see what's going on behind this little fella. My suspicions are confirmed here. That piece of metal just let moisture behind it and just nice little gap for it to never dry out. That's what she was a-doing. All right, well, also while I've been sitting here staring, I was just like, wait a minute. I know how to get this off. What am I doing? I just pull these two bolts and then I'll just take the whole damn thing and just turn it. Duh. So yeah, so I'll get this guy off because I really need to know what's going on behind here. I'm sure it's about the same as back here, which is just, you know, it's not terrible, but not good. This may actually be a little bit worse because of this area. So this is going to be a lot of fun because this is so pitted. I mean, this is heavily pitted. Ugh. So trying to get fresh metal here is going to be, boy, it's going to be fun. I'm going to end up blowing holes like crazy in this crap. So I think what the best thing to do right now is let me get this hinge off of here since I just figured that out. You guys are probably yelling at the screen going, just turn the damn thing. So let me get that sorted out. Then I can see what's going on back there. And then maybe I'll just grab a wire brush and just knock this loose crap down with a wire brush or a cut brush or something, just to be able to get back in here and see what's going on. See exactly how bad the metal is. Because, you know, when it's rusty like this, it always looks really bad. But the good thing is we can see a lot's going on right here. So we can fix this. We don't have to worry about it. Up here, this still concerns me. I don't know what to do about this section. And I know the right thing to do is to replace all the rusty stuff. Like I said, I don't want to pull the windshield. I don't have to go through all that crap. I'm so far into this at this point. I'm just like, I don't have the budget to do a full restoration on this truck. It's starting to get to that freaking point though. It's just like, Cincha was crap, man. Cincha's in here. Might as well do this. Well, might as well do this. It never ends. So, yeah, I'm kind of losing my mind here. But we're going to take care of this rot, and then move forward from there. I don't know what to do here just yet. That's brain power for another day. That's tomorrow I'm have to deal with on that. I don't want to deal with that today. So today we're just focusing in on this crap, see what we can't do here. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and tear down the driver's side at the moment. I'm going to wait until I get a good game plan going over here. Then we'll worry about tearing the driver's side down. Plus, it's going to be the same crap as you see right here. So so we'll do the driver's side. I'll do that off camera and just get that knocked out. But luckily, my scrap piece outside has all this metal, which is good because this is far from good. This is, ow, so bad. Damn it. This is so bad right in here. This is rough, and if need be, I can cut this section out of the other firewall and use it, on here. Luckily I've got that thing. So, all right, I guess I'm gonna turn the camera off for a few minutes. I got a couple more spot welds to get knocked out, basically down here. Get rid of these sharp edges because I found one just a minute ago. Damn it. So let me get these sharp edges handled, get them out of my way, and we'll get this door handler or door hinge off, and wire brush, cut brush, and I'll be back. Yeah, that cleaned up all right. I did go through with the grinder and just grind down all the spot welds, just so I wasn't snagging my my digits here. So yeah, I hit this with the wire wheel and the cut brush, and it cleaned a lot of this stuff up. I haven't wiped it down or anything. It's still got a lot of rust that was floating around in here, but was able to go ahead and smooth this out pretty well. Yeah, she's pitted up pretty good. We really won't know what we're getting into here until I go to start cutting this. I'm not sure the best path here, because obviously this is structural, so this needs to be good. This needs to be a really solid repair. So I'm not sure if how is it going to look up under here. What's this going to be like in comparison with this. This is also structural. There's a lot to think about right here. So I think what we're going to do for the time being is I think I'm going to go ahead and start cutting these spot welds out off of this little piece here. And then maybe we'll cut some of this out and see what's going on up underneath there, and just kind of make a judgment call from that point. Ugh. How much is a new cab? The thought has crossed my mind multiple times. I'm like, if I hadn't have just gone through all this, I'd probably be shopping for a cab right about now. But trying to find one with the right patina to it to match, because I don't want a good painted truck, a painted truck like everybody else has. Steve has its natural patina going on. It looks amazing, and I don't want to have to try to recreate that, because then it doesn't turn out as well. So yes, I don't think I'm going to replace the cab. But God, it would be easier. So let me start drilling out some of these spot welds up here, and we'll cut this little piece out and see what we're working with at that point. right, so went through and cut the A-pillar and hit this with the wire brush and the cut brush and try to clean this up best I can. Even got the grinder in here to knock some of the spot welds down so they don't grab me. I missed a spot right there. So I'm not sitting there snagging my finger and slicing myself up. But yeah, we had this spot. He opened up a little bit, and then we also got a few more pinholes in behind it. The correct way to fix this would be to cut more of the A-pillar out, which I am not doing, and then weld in fresh metal here. But this metal's in pretty rough shape right through here, so it's not going to weld too easy. So I may come through and try to put some welds in these small guys, maybe, and see if it'll hold. This guy I might could spot weld up if it'll hold. We might give that a shot. We might not. I don't know. We're going to find out on that one. But worst case, JB weld, because this will be behind stuff, so you won't ever see it. And we'll get that guy taken care of that way. Now, when you're talking about this guy should be a little bit, I'm not going to say easier, but there's a little bit more definitive on what I'm going to do here. This metal is trash. It is thin, it's flaky, it's in rough shape. So my thought is here, I've got that firewall out back. This piece should be in good shape on it. Hopefully it is. But just cut this guy out where I have good metal, which is all in right through in here. So pretty much cutting this whole section out. Pull this piece out. That's going to give me a couple of things to do here. One, you can see there's something else back behind there. I don't know what it is. More structure, something. I don't know. But it's rusty. So it's going to give me a big hole to open up and be able to treat whatever's behind this with more rust inhibitor, rust converter, all that fun crap. It'll also let me take that big long tube, stick it down in here, drag it back up and coat the inside of this guy and get this sorted out. Send it on up back this way, you know, do all the stuff with the rust preventative. Then I can weld this piece in and we'll be in good shape there. Oh yeah, this worked out pretty good. I took the hammer, just started tapping on it and basically walked it back. That's just a carriage bolt. But hey, look, there's light you can see through there. So it had this guy on the inside of the, on back in here somewhere. I don't know how much you can see in there, but back inside the dash, there was that little metal cover thing. Knocked it out after I dropped the bolts down somewhere in here. I don't know exactly where it is, but there is a hole in the, you know, a clean out hole, I guess you could say, for the rocker panel down here, down low. There is no access right in through here. I think that feeds all the way down. Pretty sure it does. So worst case, I haven't done the pinch weld on this side, so I can just open up the inner rocker, pull it back a little bit, reach in there, pull out that bolt. But hey, now I know. So whenever I go to the driver's side, it won't be so bad. But yeah, I think what I'm going to end up doing is hopefully this week I have some time to do this. But basically repeat, you know, rinse and repeat here on the driver's side. Get this big fella cut off of there. Get all the spot welds knocked loose. This side is definitely not as bad. I mean, it's a little rough right in here. This may be worse. Won't know till we get in there. But we'll come in here and, you know, again, I'm going to probably cut just underneath here and bring it on back here. And so we can replace this part. I will end up having to cut this piece out because it's probably going to do exactly what the other side did, which is splinter and split and do all sorts of nasty crap. But now knowing kind of how this thing's put together a little bit better, this works out pretty good. So probably just going to cut this guy, drill out my spots. I'm not even going to worry about this side. Just drill it out on the other side, on the pillar side. Get it drilled out all the way down, pull that piece off, and then I have access in here and we can judge what all's going on here. But it looks like the same area, just a little bit worse right here. But I don't know. We'll get this all figured out. But yeah, unfortunately, just not a ton of time today to get out here and do a bunch of stuff. Like I said, when work calls, I got to go to work just because, you know, that pays the bills. This does not. This just costs more and more money. Damn it. But yeah, you know, when work calls, I got to go. I got to handle it. And that's been a busy weekend. So got out here, did what I could, but I am flat out of time today. I got to get what I have recorded done, get it edited and all that fun crap, so it's ready to go for tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna try this week, get back out here, do some more stuff. Heads up though, I am on call this week, so I don't know how much of this stuff is. I don't know how much of this stuff's going to get handled because you know, being on call. Yeah, being on call sucks, but but hopefully I'm not too terribly busy, and I can actually get out here and I can get some work done, and maybe we can get this thing started next weekend, and get our paint remediation or rust remediation started and finished up next week, as far as spraying that stuff. Because once we get into this stuff's just going to be in your face. There's no hidden compartments. It's just right there. So yeah, lots of fun yet to be had. But anyways, if you liked the video, be sure and hit that like button. If you made it this far and you haven't subscribed, why not? It don't cost nothing. Just hit the little subscribe button, and all it does is help the channel grow, and it gives me warm fuzzies. So I would appreciate it for the subscription. But if you got any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, what have you, whatever, just want to say hey, just shoot me a comment down below, or you can follow me on social media, which is also listed down in the description. And yeah, I think that's about it. So all right, folks, well, I guess let's have a good week, and we will see y'all guys next time. And just remember, it ain't got to be perfect. Just good enough, and yeah, it's good enough. Y'all take it easy. We'll see you next time.